About an hour later, I get a text off Mourinho. Come to the training ground tomorrow morning when you land.
I'd have my 3 medals round my neck. I'd have my speedos on and I'd be on the beach like this. Come on.
Ireland to win the World Cup or you having best-selling album of the year?
Right, Paddy? Yeah. You're right, pal. One more word out of your mouth and you're fucking sold. And I went,
I didn't know anyone knew about that.
Hello, welcome to The Good, The Bad and The Football. Joining us today is a guest who's played more stadiums than Paul and Nicky put together. Niall Horan, how are you, brother? Good to see you, my mate.
Good to see you, boys.
Cheers, Niall. Nice to see you, mate.
Thanks for having me.
Tell you what, female quarter's gone up on it today.
Why? Because I'm back.
Absolutely.
He's missed a week and he's back.
Good job. Where were you, by the way? I said you were...
Venice.
Venice?
Yeah, went to Venice, yeah. Family 40th, so... Mrs. sister's 40th went there. It was nice. Very nice, actually. Never been. Tick box.
Did you do the gondolas with
Did it
your
all.
Cornetto?
Yeah, got ripped off from start to finish, really.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard.
Would you go back? Trap. It's tick box. I've done that now. Yeah, it wasn't. It was nice. I had a really good time. So
Yeah,
missed
yeah.
you, lads. To be
Nice
fair.
to have you back,
You didn't
pal.
miss me. I've heard
Nice
you talking
you,
about how
boss.
good Tim was, and we don't want Nicky back and all that. Brilliant.
Well,
I
this is
was crying. I was
It's
crying on me. I
football,
was
isn't it?
crying on my gondola.
Was it romantic, Nick?
Very romantic. Yeah, you know me, Scholes. You know me. Yeah.
He's quite a romantic chap, not quite.
Move on, Paddy.
That's the old hard image, but at the
Move
centre, he's quite soft. Listen, before we get into it, Scholesy, you went on the overlap the other week, and the response since then has been phenomenal, pal. Oh, yeah. How did you find? Speaking about autism and talking about good and bad side of dealing with children with autism, did you find it a little bit overwhelming, the response, or did you gain a little bit like, do you know what, it makes me feel good that other people are in the same position?
Yeah, I think it was more like I was blown away by the reaction, really, and it wasn't. I don't know how it happened, if you know what I mean. So I was just going there I thought we'd talk about football, and we ended up talking about Aiden for 20, 30 minutes. It just stopped, and when the episode came out, I'd even forgot what I was really talking about, but the reaction to it was just incredible, really. People were saying, you're really brave talking about it, but I didn't see it that way, because I was sat before people that I know that I like, and we're just having a chat about Aiden, really. It was, I'd never seen it as being brave, and then people are messaging me saying, you're so brave for coming out, saying this, talking about your life and stuff, but you don't realise, just by saying a little bit about it, how much you help people. The amount of messages I've seen, whether it's personal message, whether it's Instagram from strangers, I read loads of them, because you just don't realise how many people you've helped, because there's so many people in that position. There's a lot of love out there. Do you know what I mean? You just don't realise.
Absolutely,
it's there. I suppose.
I find when you speak about something like that people you'll never meet, total strangers, but just those responses of people who go, we're kind of all in the same boat here. We all have the same sort of problems, and we all experience the really good side of things as well. It is heartening. I remember when you came on my documentary, it must have been about 2 or 3 years ago, that. And even me there, chatting to you about Aiden, kind of like, I think when you're a football fan, you look as footballers as these sort of, they're up there and they've got this fantastic life and the cars and the money and everything else. But it really sort of disarmed me how you were talking. And I was like, bloody hell, this is a geezer who's like kind of in the exact same sort of position as me, same worries, same fears. And it does help you. I always find talking about it when people get in touch, it's like a little bit of free therapy, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like I say, you just don't realise how many people it affects and how much help there is out there.
Yeah.
I mean, in a world now, you just think of hate, don't you? Of
course you do.
There's so much hate. I haven't seen one negative thing about it. It's been like incredible, the reaction to it. And it was not something I planned.
Yeah.
But when you see it, it's just, honestly, it's been incredible.
That's the thing in it with social media. You go on it and it's always shite all the time. You can sort of think to yourself the world's like, but actually, there's still more good folk out there than bad folk, and it's nice when everyone gets together on things like that, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, just, do you know what? We have a lovely chat at the beginning like this. It's nice, isn't it?
Now, was you involved with the Irish autism?
I was with a little bit with Keith Duffy
with Keith.
For a while. I played a couple of his golf days. That was brilliant. But I remember I watched the Overlap every week, and I remember sitting there just. I see a little bit of it on you show Aiden off on your Instagram every now and then, and the comments are always great. But I don't think people really heard you talk about it for over a long period of time with your mates, forgetting the cameras were there, and I think they could really see the emotional side of it, because I don't think you, as you said, it's free therapy, really, isn't it? I don't think you've ever, well, from what I've seen, sat there and done it.
He's my best mate. I've known him since I was 12, 30 years, and I've never had a conversation with him about it.
Wow. Yeah.
We talk at hours, and that's about it. But so when I listened to it as well, like that Niall did, and it was like, wow, you realise what a big thing it is, and obviously yourself as well. So well done.
It's probably the only 2 times I spoke about was with your TV programme, which we say was like 3 or 4 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it's interesting and all, like hearing. I think you touched upon it on the Overlap, where you said, Nicky, there's no one closer than you and Scholes, is there? But you didn't even know things, and then you said you'd play games. Derby was a game you played.
That was the first game. I remember. Yeah.
But nobody knows. Everyone, everyone's in the crowd and everyone's shouting what they shout and everything else. But no one knows what's going on in someone's head and what's happened to them nowadays.
And it's the same with everyone. It'll be the same now. It'll be the same with Salford players, the same with Bolton players. Whatever. Sometimes you've no idea what's going on at home, have you?
To be fair, we're all guilty of that, aren't we?
Yeah,
you have a go at someone on TV, or he's not performing on this, not doing that, and you don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
Totally that. Well, anyway, I'm glad you spoke about it, pal, because it all helps, and there's plenty of mums and dads out there as well who gain a lot of confidence from hearing you talk about it. So well done, buddy. Right, Niall.
Hello,
my mate. Firstly, thanks for coming on, pal.
Absolutely.
You're our first non-footballing guest.
Or am I?
Yeah.
The football career is illustrious. Don't put me down like that.
You're the youngest on time.
These knees, I tell you.
Do you know, obviously everyone knows the career you've got, which you're still having. You're absolutely top of your game. But like most of us who work in jobs where people go, oh, that must be great doing that, do you still have that secret yearning where you give it all up to be a footballer?
Yeah, absolutely. No, honestly, I watch more football than I listen to music. There's, I always wanted to be a footballer when I was a kid. We all did, but I was afraid of my own shit. So I was one of those lads that he looked like when you see me with a ball at my feet, you're like, he has a nice touch or whatever like that. Put me in a game. Anyone comes near me, I'm like, oh. So I was the opposite to these two. So no, I was never going to be a footballer. Thank God I have the day job I do.
It's funny, isn't it, where, like you say, when you play with your mates, you think, oh, I'm half decent, and then you do something like a soccer head, you play with these lot. Or even with a golf, when you play with a pro golf, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm shit. It quickly dawns on you, doesn't it? You go, I'm absolutely shite. Oh my days. You know what, you two, just before we get into like stuff what's happened this week with the football and everything else, when you two play in a charity game, do you ever look at non-players, like non-ex-pros, when they're on the ball and you think, oh, they're decent then, or do you just think, no?
No, not really.
It's weird though, because we're all fans, and also you got obviously the pop stars, the actors. I remember we played in one with you, and it was Woody Harrelson. And I'm like, I was like scared stiff of even looking at him, because he's like a god. All the films you watch. So, but yeah, some of them are absolutely terrible.
I used to think that. I remember I got up one morning, and this isn't talking anything that no one really doesn't know, but we were at soccer. We used to stay at Chelsea Harbour. We were talking about Woody Harrelson. And I get up, and that little balcony's on the back of the room overlooking the harbour there, and it's about 7:30 or something. I got up, somewhere, I'll go and have a little coffee on the balcony. I'm having a coffee, I looked over. Fucking Woody Harrelson on his balcony, biggest bong you've ever seen in your life. 7:30 in the morning, he's going, hey! I'm like, no, I'm all right, Woody.
He's playing Old Trafford tonight.
Fucking Woody from Cheers. Woody from Cheers. Here he is down there. He's having a little smoke, the lad. But that's the randomness of soccer, isn't it?
It's weird, don't it? Because it's like you say, you play with all these actors, you're watching them on TV.
So confident in everything, aren't
confident, and you think, did they want to speak about what they do in the TV programme they're doing? When I see them Paddy. I'm thinking, can I talk to you about Max and Paddy?
It's funny, isn't it? Yeah.
I think usually might be the same about, do they really want to talk about football?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I've realised from doing soccer, footballers love talking about football.
Yeah.
Most of them do, yeah.
I remember sitting
It's all we know about. That's what
yeah, I've been doing it for a while. I remember sitting at a table we were all sat around it with Harry Redknapp, John Terry, Joe Cole, I think, maybe.
Mourinho, I think.
Yeah, and they were all just sat around just telling story after story from like back in the day and, you know, youth teams and some of Harry's story. Harry,
He's a good storyteller.
Brilliant.
He told a great story about Adel Taarabt, about how he they were playing Man United. He was managing QPR, and they were playing Man United at home at 12 o'clock the next day, and he gets a call then he gets a call at like 11 o'clock in the morning from his mate who ran the casino, and he said, I had one of your lads in here last night. And he pulls him, but then he played shite in the game the next day. And Harry pulls him on the Monday morning and said, were you in the casino on Friday night? He said, I wasn't. He goes, mate, you're a professional footballer, not a fucking croupier.
He's a good story.
Harry's brilliant. Harry's brilliant.
You know what I love about Harry as well? He's so lovely and generous and chats to you and everything else, but every now and then he's got that other side to him. He can just turn like that, doesn't
Remember
he?
the video when he's having the interview and the kid hits him in the back of the head and he's
brilliant. Yeah.
It's like you're shooting on a Saturday morning now, isn't it?
It is, but I remember like obviously doing soccer and being in the England team all the time, because I'm lucky in a sense that all the ex-pros who play in the England side I've kind of known throughout the years, even before soccer aid, and been in the company. So sometimes I'm a bit envious when I see you lot in the rest of the world, some of the lads you train with, because I only see them during the game really, and the odd say hello and what have you. But you know, when you're doing a training session with like Ronaldinho and Berbatov and Shevchenko, like, what's it like?
It's honestly so strange. I was looking at, on the way up here on the train, I was looking at pictures from that one at 2016 when we played at Old Trafford.
Oh, that was a lively one.
Lively, to say the least.
That was a lively one.
I have a picture on the bus on the way to Old Trafford though, and on the back of the bus, just with about 9 World Cup winners. Just me in a selfie with Ronaldinho, Dida, Cafu. I was just like, what am I doing here? Some lad from Ireland.
It's funny, I think that 2016, we went to. We had a night near the hotel. I think it was called Jack's Club. And were you there at that one?
No, I went the year before to the Jack's.
Well, so we're down there, just what you're saying about the World Cup winners and what have you. I'll never forget, we'd all had a few drinks, and we're all in there. And I don't know why, Carragher decides to have a dance-off against Cafu. Right? So
there's only one winner there in the show.
Exactly that. So Cafu's giving it.
Brazilian.
You know, Dida's at the back of it. And I'm like, look at these lads. And then Carragher's doing the fucking Toxteth Tango. I'm like, what are you doing? I think he literally ended up upside down, Carragher, against the wall. He tried doing handstand and it went horribly wrong.
3 in the morning.
I think he thought, I need to pull like something out the bag here. These lads are dancing me, and he tried like some mad handstand thing. Just ended up on his ass on the floor. But that was the same night. We were all in that area, weren't we? And it gets a tap on the shoulder. I turn round. Prince Harry. He goes, I want to go to Fernando's. This is God's, you were there. This is God's honest truth. I'm going, what is he for doing? A second, I'm going, that's fucking Prince Harry. It's Prince Harry. And then he like gets hold of me.
Was he on that bung with Woody?
Puts the lips on me, and then starts again having a dance off.
He's in a dance off now.
All the lads are in. I'm now in a dance off with fucking 8th lines at front. He takes my t-shirt off, which at the time I'm like, hey, well, I'm holding stomach in like dancing, and then just disappears, and that with that.
That's weird.
Just a random
so
night.
Weird. He was mates with Jack Whitehall or something.
Jack Whitehall, yeah.
It should be his place. I didn't every time I went in that Jack's, he was in there.
Yeah,
was it? That's right.
Place,
yeah.
Well, I just remember looking at you
now all the time.
Yeah. I remember actually staring eye to eye, and you just looked at me like, what the fuck just happened?
I remember Niall going, I've seen some things in my time, but that's fucking up.
No, that is soccer aid in a nutshell, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're like surrounded by people like you're idolise. It's a great week. It's a stag do, basically.
Who was the best player you played with?
I tell you what, I had a moment at the last one. I had the first time I did it was mad, but I remember getting into Stamford Bridge for the last one in 2019. It was, and I was down in the far corner across from the tunnel, pinging balls from the halfway line to the corner flag with Roberto Carlos.
Oh my god!
I was like, I was actually laughing about it, thinking about it now. And I didn't even think about it. And then after a minute, I went, that is fucking Roberto Carlos. I'm just pinging balls back and forth. They're obviously of a similar level, the balls going back and forth.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
The ball never touched the floor.
We played Zidane, Figo plays Zidane, and I was thinking, well, they're going to be crap now, so I'm going to get my own back on these because they took the piss out of me for so many years in European games. They were still brilliant, still unbelievable. When you're thinking, they're just like geniuses, some of these players.
Yeah.
Especially the big, you see the big superstars, you're like, wow.
Touch never goes either.
Was you? No, you were with us. It was me, Ryan, and Nev went for dinner with Maradona after. Remember when Man United played Sporting Lisbon and Nani got sent off? Was it quarter-final or something?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, we
Bayern Munich?
Was it Bayern Munich? Yeah, it might have been Bayern Munich, but he went like that and had a high foot. Anyway, we meet.
I think that might have been semi-final.
We go to Manchester for dinner, Wings restaurant. Maradona's there, and I'm going, oh, it's Maradona. We go in, it's like me, Ryan, Nev, and then Peter Lim was with us, and what's the agent called, the famous agent? George Mendes. Him. Yeah. So Maradona comes in, literally goes, hello, sits down. Next minute, 3 girls come all round and start kissing him all over. He goes, bye, gets up and walks off, and I'm going, Maradona's just becoming even more of a legend there, like literally in 10 minutes. In and out, I was thinking, have a nice chatting about football. I didn't say one word about hello, bye. That was it.
Wow.
Yeah. Certain people in that, he's one of them, innit? We just go, my God. I remember meeting Pele at soccer, and I shook his hand, and I'm like,
Pele,
Pele.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Pele. It's outrageous.
I remember we were in the dressing room. Louis Tomlinson's in the England dressing room. I'm in the other dressing room, and knocking the door from Kenny Shepherd, and he comes out and he goes, Pele's in the room next door, and he wants to meet you and Louis. We get brought into this room, and he has us on phone calls with his granddaughter back in Brazil, and he's playing the songs that he's recorded himself for the World Cup or whatever. I was like, this is absolutely bonkers.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. You were saying about kind of he's so calm, kind of. I think you have to be to run soccer, don't you? He's so laid back. I love Kenneth. It's I think Pele is up there, but close second, Julia Roberts. Just a little me and Jules.
She's great.
This is the name.
She said, "I heard you're single now." I said, "Hey, it's not about that today. It's about the charity. It's about the charity."
Was she playing?
Yeah. No, she was just
there,
hanging about.
I have to say, Ronaldinho was a good one too. I remember I went on for Ronaldinho at Old Trafford.
Did you really?
That was a good one. That was. But watching his touch was just filth. Anytime anyone thought they were getting near him, he was gone.
He was a joke.
It's just what you say about Louis. Then I remember when he first played, we'd have a little break during training while they just have a drink of water and all that. He stood there having a fag. I'm going,
who's that, sorry?
Fucking you, mate. I'm going, I don't think you're getting into the spirit of this. I said, firstly, One Direction, this isn't a good look. I said, secondly, we're in fucking half of retreat, he's having a fag. What are you doing?
That used to go on in your dressing room, didn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
Fabian Barthez,
Lauren Blanc and Fabian Barthez.
You go at half time and a fag at half time, and you're like
every morning.
During a Premier League game,
before training, they used to go into the laundry room.
Half time.
Can you imagine that now?
Fucking smoke everywhere.
Like, the manager will be going to me and him because obviously no one says you two better get your head in this game.
Yeah.
You get your playing shit, and then them two are like that, and not say a word to him.
Yes, did he know it was going on?
Yeah,
of course he did. Yeah, you couldn't not fucking smoke everywhere.
Was it a case of
going off the lot?
Was it a case of like I know I heard you boys speaking about Cantona a bit. Was it a case of just you let them do it because you know what you're going to get off them at 3 o'clock on a Saturday?
Absolutely.
Right. I think that was their culture as well. They probably smoked all their lives. You know what I mean? It's like come to Manchester, you're going to all of a sudden stop smoking after winning the World Cup, and all they've won. It's not going to happen.
Won't happen with you boys. You slapped around the place.
Honestly, we stepped 1 inch out of line when we got it double barreled.
Do you know, strangely, we're just going off a little bit there where you were saying about Cantona and Barthez and what have you. With Sir Alex, Did you find, like, do managers have players where they know I can bollock them?
Yes.
And they'll take it and they'll use bollocking them as an example to the rest.
That's a secret to management, knowing who can take it and who can't, and like, or who he needs to give a bollocking to, or he needs to put a arm round. And he was definitely the best at that. I mean, we all got our bollockings, didn't we? But certain people got more bollockings than others. It was a way of getting you going, or he knew one person could take a bollocking and he'd go out and think, fuck you, I'll show you.
Yeah,
some didn't
exactly
get it.
What he was doing, there was some that argued back as well, and some that wouldn't say a word.
Yeah.
Right.
What were you, Nick?
What was I, Scaldy?
He's definitely an argued back.
Definitely.
I said something. You know when you say something and you go, I fucking shouldn't say that straight away. And you just see the gaffer going like bright red and going, and you're going, why have I said that? Just keep your mouth shut.
Your next one says, shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up.
You know what's going on.
Carry on.
He said to me once, one more word out of your mouth and you're fucking sold. And I went, the only one I know that got away with it was Eric, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Eric was the only one that got away without a bollocking. Like, literally, he could walk on water and wouldn't get. Had an aura, didn't he? Like, massive.
And that's
aura.
a bit like soccer from when you talk about Ronaldinho, you're walking in fucking hell. Yeah. But Eric was the same every single day. And it was fucking incredible.
And quietest man on the planet. He sat next to me in changing rooms when we was at the cliff. And I sit there every day going, fucking hell, is Eric Cantona? Is Eric Cantona?
He was the coolest man.
He was cool as well,
Yeah.
Like, one day he come in, we was like, I think we had a do or something at Old Trafford, and we've all got our Blake shirt, and my tie was down by about a centimetre. Mind you, fucking put your tie up, get your tie up. And he goes like, Eric come walking with jeans on, a pair of Nike trainers,
and a cap,
and a leather jacket, and the gaffer's gone, cool him, innit? It's cool.
That's style. That's style.
That's good. We're like choking around, tie up, straight.
Have a look at him, lads. You can learn a few things off this guy. This episode is brought to you by EDF, Britain's biggest generator of zero carbon electricity. Great energy, no fee up front, and about 40 nicker a month. We're going green, boys. I've even got the shirt on as well.
Very smart, Paddy.
Keeping
Matching
it clean.
trainers as well.
Green trainers as well.
Yeah. And socks.
Oh, and socks.
Yeah.
Can't move for green on this show. I'm talking about signing up for EDF's EV tariff and pod drive. You can get an EV charger, standard installation and warranty with zero upfront costs. And it gets better. From just £40 a month for 3 years, you get zero upfront costs for your award-winning solar-compatible 7.4 kilowatt premium solar 3S EV home charger, which trusted, trader standard installation and worry-free charger warranty. Get started and join Pod Drive at edfenergy.com/pod. UK fuel mix disclosure information published by the Government Department DESNES recognises electricity from wind, solar and nuclear fuel produces zero carbon dioxide emissions at the point of generation. For verification, visit edfenergy.com/0-carbon. Wowzers. I think I were nuclear powered reading that.
You could say it's easy peasy, Paddy.
You could say that, but that would be a terrible line. Well, hang on. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news.
What a segue that is, Paddy.
Breaking news. Gary O'Neill's in advanced talks going back. What? What do we think about that?
Strange.
I think obviously knows the club, he knows the owners. Obviously, must have had a lot of communication with them. But if you think about it, was it 11 months ago he got sacked? Was it something? There's not much going to come from it. You're laughing at. It's not too much. It's not too much.
How did you know that?
What's changed there? What would have changed in?
Well, I'll tell you what, the team's gone worse.
But his
lost more players.
His way he trains, the squad will be the same. The way his recruitment's, it'll be the same. I just think whether or not I think if you go into that club, you have to have a real understanding that you're going to go down, and it's next year how you get judged.
To be fair, when he has managed, he's done all right, hasn't he? Yeah. He actually did okay at Wolves. He obviously got sacked for a reason. I think he did all right at Bournemouth. So after Scott Parker I heard on the radio this morning, I don't know if it's true, that he really struggled with the characters in the dressing room last year.
Really?
At Wolves, so...
Well, that's just an age thing. Because he's a young manager. I like seeing young English managers doing well, you know what I mean? But I wonder if that's one of them ones where players look at a younger manager and think, oh, fucking hell, you're only a couple of years... I mean, I think at Brighton, Welbeck's older than that manager, isn't he?
James Milner, Welbeck, they all are,
He's young, that manager, isn't he?
Yeah.
What is he, 36?
I like him,
I tell you something, head of her on him.
Oh yeah.
Him and Arteta, I sit there
Puts
and I'm
us to
like,
shame,
look
doesn't
at the state of that.
Arteta.
I can't fucking concentrate on what they're saying. The Brighton lad, it looks like he's got an hat on. The Brighton lad. I'm like, when is
Brighton lad.
Hey, you know them bird catchers hats? I thought he had fucking one of them. Christ, that's his hair.
Like John McQuirrick.
They put this over my head. It absolutely kills me. It's bad enough as it is. What do you think about players and managers going back for a second time, especially if it's not so even if they've been sacked, that's worse. But if they've left on a high and they go back, I always think that's even worse because there's only one way you can go, isn't there? Really, after that, obviously you went back to United, you went back to Newcastle.
Yeah,
Mourinho went back to Chelsea.
We've done my stuff, haven't we? I think Nicky back to Newcastle. What was that like?
I think with managers, honestly, I do think with managers, I think it depends on the manager. And if you're a Mourinho who goes back to Chelsea, he knows for a fact if he got back to Chelsea and it doesn't go great, he's still going to be a legend there. He's going to be a god there. I'm going to go back and get another job somewhere else. I think if you're a younger manager and you're going back, as in Gary O'Neill, I think that could be tricky because if you go back and you don't be successful, then you really are going to struggle to get the next job. So I think it depends on the character, the manager, and the club really. Players are different.
There's a few examples, isn't there? You think
Mourinho, David
West
Moyes,
Ham and Everton.
I still don't know why West Ham got rid of Moyes, but that's just my own personal
That's mad. That was a typical be careful what you wish for.
That
was West Ham fans getting a bit greedy. They won that European trophy, and then all of a sudden
this is not the way we play. Remember they were saying this is not the West Ham style of football, but no, you want to win, you want to be successful.
You have a trophy.
Stability for that club would have been great, and it would have brought that.
Yeah, well, you say that, but look at Big Ange at Spurs. He wins a trophy and he gets ousted as well.
Van Gaal won the FA Cup with United, got sacked at the do.
What?
At the do.
At the do.
Yeah. So straight after the game, win the FA Cup, gets back to the hotel, gets a phone call. You done? He's in the do after it. No, the party celebration.
He's on his fourth pint.
Upset.
Fourth pint, gets sacked.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Honestly, that's
So let me finish this then.
He's got the FA Cup drinking. He's like, what's that? Someone on the phone for me? Is it the contract extension we've been talking about?
Might have been sacked at the celebration do.
Did he say anything?
I was there. I was at the club at the time working for the academy. And it was going round, and I've gone. I got on really well with him. I said, "Are you okay?" He said, "No, it's disgraceful. I'm not having this."
Really?
He's gone. Yeah.
Who was running the gaff then? Woodward.
Yeah.
Should that have probably happened to Ten Hag?
Well, they sacked him a couple of months after, so he probably should have done. Yeah.
Looking back, yeah.
So winning silverware isn't guaranteed, is it? It's not guaranteed, is it?
No.
So do these clubs do you think it's what silver? Because to me, the FA Cup's still up there.
It's still up there, yeah.
You know what I mean? But was it all Champions League now in Premier League?
I don't think it is up there.
It's up there in our generation, it is. So Salford played the other day in the FA Cup, didn't they? My lad was on the bench, and I'm going, you're on the bench of the FA Cup. You know how big the FA Cup is? Going, yeah, it's great. But you don't understand the history of it, because now it's been overtaken obviously by the league, Champions League. It's not got with the younger generation. It's not got the history.
I think the last of it.
I think with regards to the FA Cup, without upsetting Scholes and Nicky here, but that started changing a bit. I think when United played in that, it was at the Club World Cup Championship, and I remember they vetoed the FA Cup, didn't they? Which for me, and especially with someone like Ferguson, I thought, bloody hell, I thought he'd have been more interested in the FA Cup.
From what I understand, you hopefully back me up on this, the club got railroaded into doing that, because the big part of us going to the club championship was England were trying to get the World Cup at the time and put a bid in for the World Cup, and all part of that is to get the bid and to get the successful bid for England, we had to then go to the club. There's no way the manager, as you're saying, with his background, you know, the miners and all that kind of working class, there's no way he would have pulled out the FA Cup if we didn't have to. But we went there, and I swear the first game we got there, we got battered off Vasco da Gama, didn't we? Absolutely battered. And the manager got us in changing rooms and went, you lot, you've been absolutely crap. We've got all this shit for coming up here, and you get beat on the first game. We're knocked out. Make sure you have a good holiday, and if you don't win the league when we get back, you're all fucking sold. That's what he said to us. you're all sold. We sat there like that. So
I wasn't there.
You didn't travel. You didn't go anywhere further than an hour. But literally, we get there. We had 7 days. We had a 7-day holiday in Copacabana. It was unbelievable. And I did a hang gliding with me and Keane did hang gliding off.
This is brilliant.
Sugarloaf Mountain. So we're like, what should we do? We go right. Let's go and do this hang gliding. We're still, we'll do that. Not thinking. So we go up there, and Andy Cole was coming with us. So it's me, Keane, and Coley, and we're going up this hill. And Coley's gone. No way, man, no way. Why? So he's gone. It's Friday the 13th. There's no way I'm going there. So he gets out of the car. We're going back up there, and I swear it's a true story. There was one instructor that was telling us what he's going to do, and we're going, yeah, we'll do that, right. So then we're getting up there, and we're thinking, something's not right here. There's 2 of us and 1 of him. So who's going to link with? Hey, going up, gets this little shack and this little lad comes running out like that. He was one of the instructors, and I'm going, I'm not going with him. No fucking man going in. So we link the arms, you jump off Sugarloaf Mountain like that, and you hang gliding down, and we see our hotel. It's a true story, isn't it? See our hotel.
Brilliant.
And we're over the hotel, the pool, and we're going, hey, lads.
Shut me down.
We don't know this. This comes second hand. So the manager's late sunbathing and goes like this.
The gaffers,
showing off. And it turns to Ned Kelly, who was the security guy at the time. This is the story we got off the lads because we was obviously up in the air. That better not be one of my fucking players. I think they've all lads go, no, it's just some supporters that we're seeing. So we land on Copacabana. We get back. We think, right, we've got away with it. Me and Keane. We get in the lift. The doors open. The manager stood there like, and he's going, that better not have been fucking you up there. I went, what? No, it wasn't.
Bright red faces.
To this day, he knew it was us, but we just completely denied it.
Really?
But, yeah.
I thought he was sat in the pool, looked up and went, is that fucking butt?
No. He said, that better not be one of my fucking players. And we're going, hey lads!
The Manchester accent.
But you know when you do things when you're younger and you think, what a pair of fucking idiots. Like Keane only just recovered from his cruise ship as well, and you're landing on Copacabana Beach at certain, I don't know how many miles per hour, with some little lad you just pulled out of a shack and jumping off a hill, off a Sugarloaf Mountain.
Weren't life great before social media?
No, on a serious note, going back to the FA Cup, our club might have had something to it. We're the ones who started resting players.
Yeah.
The manager started resting players. Now you look, probably Derby in the FA Cup and even lower league clubs, even Salford. We left 4 or 5 players out because we're in a good position in the league. Your team will do it. I think that's when it got a little bit disrespected, really.
I mean, I feel sorry for Newcastle in a way because after they winning the League Cup, but the League Cup feels like it's completely done now. You seen Liverpool the other night, you dropped the whole team. It's madness.
But you say that, but look now, there's some big clubs still left in it now. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
So we made all our debuts.
It's almost like a B team, innit?
We made all our debuts in the League Cup. You scored 2 goals, didn't you, in the League Cup?
Port
Vale, it's the League Cup. Yeah. So if it weren't for the League Cup, and obviously the foreign rules in European Cup, I don't think we would have got in as early as we did.
Slight tangent here, chaps. So, ChatGPT, C3PO, whatever it is. I don't fucking use it, if I'm being honest. Maybe I should start doing. But so Seattle Reign head coach Laura Harvey admitted, this is in a press conference after a game, that she uses ChatGPT to recommend what formations to play. And they're 4th in the league, by the way.
Wow.
Now, firstly, if I'm a chairman, I've paid a load of money for a good manager, and then I'm sat at home and manager's going, I use ChatGPT. I'm thinking, why am I paying that manager? That's the first thought in my head. But what are we? I mean, surely it might be the future, another 10 years, but
it's the way the world's going, though, isn't it? I've actually only just started using it. I was telling you the other day, wasn't I?
What do you ask it?
No, sorry, I've just started using the ChatGPT on that for...
I use it for emails. I did it the other day for emails.
Have you seen that? It's unbelievable.
Writing emails. Write an email and just copy and paste it and say, make that professional. And it goes, you just go,
unbelievable. That was school as early as we were.
Do you know what I was going to say? Half of my mates from Bolton, sometimes I'll send a message and I know for a fact one of the lads is using it because a message comes back, commas are in right place, full stops, and I'm going, fucking hell, this has swallowed a dictionary. Like, how's he come up with that? And then I realise what they're doing.
This woman, Laura Harvey, she got shares in ChatGPT because that's an unbelievable quote. That I mean, it's madness. I don't see how that can work. I mean, I would imagine you use it for a lot of things because it is amazing. But to pick your team, I don't.
I'll tell you, this is my trouble with ChatGPT. Right,
it's quite hard to say that.
It is. It's fucking yes. Come on, what a better name?
What's it called?
Right, we play. You in like a fantasy league?
Yeah.
Right. So I do the fantasy leagues, and I've won the league 3 times with different lads. Right. Mm-hmm. So pressure was on as a manager. Right. I was feeling it, so I thought, right, I'll try that. Chat GPT.
Just call him chat.
So I'll use chat. Fucking chatty shit at the minute. I use chat, right. So I went, right, what would you recommend as a strong team to start with? I'll just try it, right? It recommended Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's at fucking Real Madrid, right? So that's my problem with it. I'm going, this is supposed to be like super AI.
Yeah, I thought it was better.
Just when it comes to the old chat, whatever it fucking is. So what they've done, Niall, for me and you, is
they'd be delighted with that.
they've put in into ChatGPT what our careers would be like if we were footballers. So this is what ChatGPT's come up with. This is starting off with me at the beginning. So fucking see all this shit. Let's get professional debut. Made his debut for Bolton in the late 90s under Sam Allardyce.
Yeah, it gets in, son.
Paddy is the classic lower league grafter. Fucking not sure. I think that's a compliment, but it doesn't feel like it.
No, it isn't. It fucking is like
that player in the team.
That's like when you're a kid and you get the clubman of the year. Yeah. Can't play, but what a lovely lad.
Turns up on time every week.
Hey, all heart, 110% effort. There he is. Yeah, touch like a trampoline. on bad days, but capable of absolute magic on others. He summed me up right. Became a fan's favourite, not just for his work rate, but for his post-match interviews.
I bet.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. Yeah.
They've even done a quote by me. Aye, the gaffer told me to get stuck in, so I got stuck in. Missed the ball, but flattened the left back. Same difference. Fucking hell. This is me peak years. What? Hang on, I'm not sure about this. At Wigan, Paddy became a cult hero. Known for his banter in the dressing room, he earns the nickname the Bantosaurus Rex. Fucking shocking, this.
What the fuck?
Scores a last-minute winner against Man City, then celebrates by pretending to host Take Me Out on the Pitch. This is what I mean, this chat GP fucking thing.
It's got you down to a
let me get to Niall. Oh, hang on.
I can't wait to hear this.
let me see career summary. So I've played for Bolton, Wigan, Burnley and Rochdale. Fucking hell.
Proper northern lad. Yeah. Proper northern.
He's a grafter, this lad.
412 appearances, 58 goals, 92 assists, 11 red cards, honours, Football League trophy with Wigan, and Championship and promotion. Right, let's get to Niall here. Right, Jesus. Here we go. Right, young Niall James Horan grows up with a football at his feet.
Yeah, he does.
From back gardens to five-a-side pitches, he's always playing. Right, let's get into the career now. Early career. Now makes his professional debut for Derby County at 17, quickly becoming a fan's favourite. Think Jack Grealish energy, but with the humility of a lad who still helps tidy up the training combs. We like that. We like man of the people.
Yeah, so out 8 nights a week.
He's got a sweet left foot, brilliant set-piece delivery, and a knack for curling one in from 25 yards. Fucking what a player this guy is. Commentators love him, and so does the crowd chanting, Niall, Niall, give us a song. His big break comes with a £10 million move to Leeds United,
that's not be all right,
where he helps them gain promotion to the Premier League. Leeds fans call him the Mullingar Maestro.
They call me a lot worse than that, I'll tell you that. As a fact.
Mullingar, is that in
Mullingar,
Ireland?
Yeah.
What's that?
Mullingar.
Mullingar Maestro.
Sounds different in a Bolton accent.
Mullingar.
Mullingar.
You want to hear me in a fucking Italian restaurant? Lasagna di Carpaccio, s'il plat. At Leeds, then later Man City.
Wow, what a career this is.
Blossoms into a Premier League star. Elegant, calm on the ball, and a master of tempo. He's often compared to David Silva or Luka Modric.
Can you put me in there? Can you put me in that?
You must be shit.
I'm getting a graft.
We're going to leave Silva on the bench. Me, Butty, Scalzi, and Jack Grealish in the middle of the park.
Are you left-footed, by the way?
Yeah.
Are you really?
Hey, his free kicks, filthy. His interviews, charming. Captained Ireland to the first European Championship semi-final in decades, scoring a stunner against Germany.
I'm doing this for myself.
That becomes legend. He's adored just not for his skill, but for his sportsmanship, and for occasionally serenading the fans on the team buzz after the big wins.
I bet he does.
Wow, let's look at your honours.
In all seriousness, Niall, would you prefer that career as a footballer or what you do now?
Oh, Jesus. It's very hard to say.
Looking at the career football to be a rock star. Yeah,
I don't know about playing for Leeds. If I won 5 Premier Leagues under Pep, I would have.
Let's see what the honours are.
I'll give you your clubs, right? So your clubs are Derby County, Leeds United, Man City, and Celtic. Appearances: 468 goals, 102, 138 assists, 78 international cap. Did I get a fucking cap? Hang on.
No, mate.
Major honours: 2 Premier League titles, FA Cup, and Euros 2024 semi-finalists. What a career!
We're talking about Rodri here or something.
Brilliant.
Oh my!
What a career!
God, that is some career.
Go on, then. Would you swap it?
No, I
Would you
can't.
not?
One of them. I can't. I've been so lucky. I could never, but I wouldn't mind it though. It sounds good on paper, doesn't it?
It's better than Paddy.
Do you know the thing with Niall, and it's same with you two, really. Like when in the 3 years companies, as I've been on many of occasions, you're that down to earth and sound. Like sometimes I'll see something about you three, and I'll go, "Fuck me." Forgot about that. Like, I'll see you doing something, or I'll see, like, footage of you playing a game or a concert you've done, like, as a solo concert as well. And I'm going, fucking hell, could Niall up there, Madison Square Garden. What the fuck's going on here? Because I see him just as a pound. He's like, as sound as a pound. Yeah. And he's never been any different with me. Like, regardless of what he's done in his career. No, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. But I like that.
I think most of the people you meet, in my life anyway, you met like you've idolised or you watched on TV, or you're always, most of them are good lads.
I've always found that soccer.
Not many that you think. No, it's not. There's not many. Do you prefer solo or the lads?
You miss the team environment.
Yeah,
like. It'd be like you becoming a golfer now. All of a sudden, you'd miss that kind of.
Do you think it's more pressure doing it on your own?
It does feel like, well, if you stand out in an arena, and everyone's literally looking at you.
Yeah.
Where it was the eyes were at least split before, and you go into an interview and you used to be able to palm. If we were doing an interview now, we'd be able to. You take that question. You take that question. Yeah. There's a bit of that.
Yeah,
and just the crack of it all. Yeah. Just the travelling the world at 18, 19.
Yeah. Amazing.
Question I ask these two, and I'll ask you because it's still relevant. So I'll say to these two, like, if you ever subbed in a game and someone's come on in your position and they do really well, what you thinking? We're going, fucking hell. Like, we're saying with you, like, so if one of the lads at a 1D has a number one, are you sat there going, fucking twat? Well done. Like the BAFTAs. Well done, you fucking wanker.
Enjoy that fucking award.
Do you ever sit there and go, fucking hell?
You bastard. No, I don't actually know. Weirdly enough, I think if we were all making the exact same, I always say this, if we were making the exact same music, then probably.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It'd be like Oasis and Blur.
Yeah. Well, what are you more nervous before you do? So obviously your profession.
Yeah.
You're singing. And then you play football or you play golf at Wentworth. Yeah. Well, where do you get more nervous?
Live television to perform on is horrific. That you have 3 minutes to give the best version of that song that's been heard. That's awful. I feel like vomiting sick.
Really?
Playing golf is rough, but I'm half decent at that. So when we played in the pro-am, I was useless. I nearly broke a fella's leg.
I was the same.
I remember
Paddy was the same as well.
I remember honestly that first. I only played about 20 minutes in that first one, that first soccer at Old Trafford. And you know that little tunnel between the dugouts?
Yeah.
I was down there getting sick.
Was you?
There's a toilet down there.
That's right. Yeah,
that's what made me unbelievable for me to hear that with someone as big as you guys.
That's what made me ask the question, because I think when I play golf with McElroy, as we did in that. You can't hardly put the ball on the tee.
Literally,
shaking.
Because you're out of control. Like, you don't really know what's going to happen. That's why I was thinking, when you're on a football pitch, for me and Nicky, we know we can do that. Do you know what I mean?
It's more like what goes on, like the crowd. You can, like, even sometimes in the lights you can't see the ball, and like it feels very like the way people describe playing at Anfield is it's all encompassing. If you kind of lose your
100 mile an hour,
that's what like
and
that's what it feels like. Even though it's probably not happening at 100 miles an hour, but when you're out of your comfort zone, it does feel like it's.
And again, a bit like the golf, when you're in them soccer aid games, like if you were playing golf with your mates or having a kick about with your mates, you try stuff, your touch would be different, but something about, especially being a massive pitch, Old Trafford, full house. I used to say that. The week training was the highlight for me. The game sometimes I ruin it because I'm shitting myself that much.
Yeah.
Until you have if your first touch is all right, you can settle into it. But it's nerve wracking.
Yeah,
and you can hear everything.
Oh, it's terrific.
You can hear everything that people say. That's why I love it when like Niall play, because just everyone's screaming at him like, "Oh, hey, we love you," and I'm like, "Oh, thank God."
That's like one of his concerts, isn't it? Or one of his gigs, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do people say concerts anymore?
Gigs. It's cooler than that.
When we go down to the discotheque, have a couple of baby shots.
I remember like. You're talking about training. I remember training with Yap one time.
Oh, what a beast.
God, Jesus, thank God he couldn't touch me.
Yeah.
I remember him turning around to me after training one day. He goes, "You're a good player."
Yeah.
There I was, walked off. I felt like Yap himself. I was about 7 foot tall. You think so, yeah? And then got onto the pitch, and honestly, it was like Bambi. My legs were like,
jelly.
I couldn't feel them.
Yeah,
it's the worst thing.
It is, and no matter who you are, when you're a non-ex-pro in soccer, whether you're top of your game like you are, whether you're Hollywood actor, whatever, everyone's the same, shitting bangers.
Do you know something though? When I play in testimonial games, now, charity games, I get nervous now. I get nervous playing in a charity game. I never did when I played, but it's like, I've not played football properly for a long, long time. And I don't want to show myself up, and I don't want to look like a tit. And what happens is with ex-pros, I always go on a football pitch thinking, I just want to get on and get off without being injured.
Yeah.
That's all I need to do. That's all I want to do. But you get into it, and all of a sudden you're thinking,
it goes out of your mind.
I hear a lot of lads say
this fucker's taking the piss out of me, or I want to do. And you end up running out all over. I played in Hong Kong a couple of weeks ago, 90 minutes, and then it flew straight back 14 hours. I nearly had to get wheelchairs to get me off the plane. I was like this at Manchester Airport getting off. It was horrendous. But all it is, it's the mindset of I want to do as well as I can do. I'm sure the same when you're doing your stuff.
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
Now stuff.
Your
really
mindset
weird.
changes, don't it? It's like you said before the game, please just get off. It. Just keep it simple, keep it simple. And all of a sudden someone will tackle you.
And you go,
someone goes through you. Fucking hell, right, there we go then.
Funny, isn't it? Like when you're doing that job where it's like a public facing job, like everyone has it. Like even me, if I'm doing a talk, like sometimes you go, oh God, why am I doing this? What? And after you're on cloud nine because everyone's loved it or whatever. And it's just human nature.
Do you ever get
innit?
nervous though? Because obviously you're front facing, and you always come across like anything you do, you're confident. But do you ever get nervous? Is it more nervous with a live TV?
It's like an actor.
You're a stand-up one, for example.
Well, when Niall was saying about being on live telly, I'm the other way. I love live telly. Yeah, because I'm a right lazy bastard and I know there's no pickups. So like literally whatever happens and you're going home. But if it's pre-recorded after can we pick that up? Can we do this again and what have you? But there's something about like my last tour, and again, the tour sells brilliant. You know everywhere's going to be full up. You know people are there for you. But I used to like warm up nights and you're trying stuff out and you're going, fucking hell, what am I doing here? Why am I doing? But there's something really seducing about a live audience.
Yeah, I love that.
Giving you that energy. And then you're in the flow. And there's nothing better than making someone laugh, in my opinion. Like footballers, singers and all that. But even in company, if you can make someone laugh, anyone who's got that, I love it when lads are around me who make me laugh. It's the best feeling ever, But it's nerve-wracking.
You say though you get really nervous. How long does it take before? Is it one song, or is it through the first song, or just when you walk on and then all of a sudden it's gone? It's
more like an award show or something that's actually live on TV, and you literally have 3 minutes. And you only have one song. You can't warm up to it,
so you can't mess it up.
You can't get a first touch. Your first touch has to be
your
first touch has to be impeccable, or the next 3.5 minutes, or the longest 3.5 minutes of your life. Whereas a gig is the opposite. You could ruin the first song.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
The crowd are singing along because they bought these tickets a year ago and they're ready to crack on, and then the gig just gets better. And obviously, then when you're on tour and you're playing 3-4 shows a week, you just get into a rhythm.
How did your Derby thing start then?
Well, my dad was born in 1960, so when he was getting into football in like 10 or 11, so in 1970, 71, 72, we were the team. Hasn't been great since, but but it was either that or Leeds, really.
Who was the manager of Derby at the time?
It would have been Clough.
Oh, Brian Clough.
So
it would have been the big pull then, wouldn't it?
He was listening to the wireless at home, going, "Young man." So he just got into Derby, and then he was working in Tesco, so he didn't have a lot of, he wasn't caked and the stuff. He was, and he's still at it, 3 times a month at the minute. Still going over. He was there twice last week.
Good man.
Watching us getting thumped around the place, but it's been the greatest thing for me. Like I don't support a good sports team. Ireland are shy. Derby are not great. But it's been great. Like, and we were brought over. We used to travel every weekend. We'd travel over, and at that time there was no Ryanair weren't flying to England as much. We were getting the boat. We were going 6 a.m. ferry, train from Holyhead to Crewe, change of Crewe, train to Derby.
Was there any other Derby fans coming over apart from you?
After we started flying into after Ryanair started flying into East Midlands, we found out there was more Derby fans than we thought. But up until that point, it was just us on the train every week.
It's a tough place to get to, isn't it? As well.
Yeah, especially from when you're coming from.
I've been from.
Who was your favourite Derby player growing up?
Well, at that time it was at Malcolm Christie. Remember the time we beat you?
He scored against us.
Not
Old
Paolo
Trafford.
One Shop.
Malcolm Christie, Stefano Irani, I loved.
Yeah, you had some good players, didn't you?
Yeah,
looking back.
Ranko
Centre half, the Croatian centre half was
Stimac. And then he went to West Ham in the end. It was with a great team. That was the team that I started supporting.
Yeah.
Also, as well, obviously you're a football fan, and the thing that surprised me, I didn't know about this, is when you did your knee in, Mourinho had you down at Chelsea for your rehab. Yeah. What was that like?
I didn't know anyone knew about that. Well, basically, I've got this. I kept dislocating my knee. Dislocated about 8 or 9 times. I did it playing football, but I found out that my kneecaps genetically don't sit into their groove properly, so they were putting pressure on the patella tendon, and my kneecaps were flying all over the place. Jesus. And then I knew I had to get this surgery, and there was this surgeon in Colorado called Dr. Stedman. I think you've heard that.
Owen Hargreaves.
Owen Hargreaves.
When I went.
Well, I had the exact same surgery as Owen, and he did it. Not many. I don't think there's been many of.
No.
Well, that was when my career was over. Owen played on. But I was like, I'm getting this operation. This was in January 2014. This was Christmas week, a few weeks before. And we'd been to a Real Madrid training session when we were on tour because Mourinho's daughter was a fan. Right. And then he moved to, that summer then, he moved back to Chelsea. And we'd always kept in touch with Mourinho's daughter because she'd want to come to gigs and stuff like that. And I just said, me and Louis were in New York watching Match of the Day. We were hammered, to be honest. And we were flying back to London the next morning, and I said, I'm going to give it a shout, see if I can get some insight here. And I said, was any chance that your old man would know like any good physios in London, or put me in touch with someone? I'm having a big knee surgery in a few weeks. Anyway, he could help me out. About an hour later, I get a text off Mourinho. Come to the training ground tomorrow morning when you land.
Brilliant.
I was like, huh? So I land dying of a hangover. Get off the plane at Heathrow, go down to Cobham, and they bring me into the Jose's out the front. They're doing soccer crossbar challenge. I'm like, this is bonkers. This is the team that goes on to win the Premier League the year after.
Yeah.
All right, now we'll leave that.
And he brings me in. He introduces me to every single person in the building by name. Chefs,
Brilliant.
you name it. You know the old story that all the best managers have this, like to say about Sir Alex. Introduced me to everyone. I said, what's going on here? I thought I was just coming to meet someone, that would give me a few tips on how I'm going to get healthy. I ended up spending the next 5 months at Chelsea The my own locker.
Brilliant, eh?
I have my training kit. I have my own training kit every morning.
with the first team.
I was in next door.
Next door.
But I was like, they'd go out to train, and then I do all my physio when they were training.
Yeah.
And you mustn't have ever wanted your knees to get better.
Never. I was like,
this is fantastic.
I was having a great time, and fair play to like people like JT, and JT would first day one, he was coming around with me like plating my food up for me and coming up in the lift with me and like making sure I sat on the tables.
Great lad.
Make sure I sat on the right table.
Amazing story, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. I think Mourinho does get a lot of bad stick for that, but I remember him at United.
You liked him, really.
He was brilliant. He was unbelievable. He probably, when I was there, apart from Sir Alex, was the best one that looked after the academy side of it. I know everyone sees this big superstar manager who just wants to go there for 2 years, winning tickets to TV. It was far from that at Man United. You come into it, our young kids were going to Portugal for a tournament or something. They were about 15-year-olds. Next minute, you come into the classroom. They were playing a game on a Saturday. This was on the Friday, so he's on a big day before the game. He's got the press he's got to do, he's got the training he's got to do, and he'd come in and he'd give a 20-minute speech to these kids about how Portuguese mentality around football and how to behave when you go out in Portugal, and it was unbelievable. And all the kids was like, it's Mourinho, and from then on he was phenomenal with the academy side of it.
It's amazing. People just don't see that. Look, I don't know him. I've never really come across him, but
lovely
the things you see that happen behind the scenes like that with Niall is incredible.
You really never know about that. You know what I mean?
Did he ever ask you to sing for his daughter?
No, absolutely not. He was unbelievable with me. Honestly, he called me the kid. And
the kid.
Everywhere I went, I had the run of the place. He allowed me to do whatever I wanted. Like it was. He walked into the room with the doctors. They were all stood around me, all the physios, and he said, "Treat that like I want you to treat like this. Treat him like you're going to be. I need him back for the summer in 5 months or whatever."
That's incredible because you think of what their jobs as well. The physios, they're looking after players and stuff, and just like that that's amazing.
It's just when you're saying all that about Mourinho. My first experience with him was he came in a bit late in Soccer Aid, and I was in the bar having a drink.
Did you play in Soccer Aid, Paddy?
I think it was.
No. This was so.
Have you ever been to the bar as well?
One of them, like, and then we were in the dressing rooms, and he come in like this is before a training session, and he's walking round to everyone, and this is his opening gambit. He comes over to me and goes, "Disaster," and walks off. I went, "What? Fucking hell!"
Was that after training?
I said, "Is this the famous man management?" No, because he's seen me in the bar.
Oh, right.
Pissed at the head.
I don't know where he's coming from.
He went, yeah, exactly. Disaster. And I just walked off. I went, that's the old Mourinho famous man management. He's getting the best out of it.
I used to see him do stuff like at the training ground, and I've heard you lads saying similar stuff about Sir Alex. That if you know, like where the lads could put their boots on, if they seen him coming, one of them would stand with the door open. And I used to see him stop, and like get his phone out and have a text or walk slower,
on purpose,
to make sure
they're waiting.
Like if someone was there waiting for him to hold that door, and even if it was like JT or something, he'd still stand there for 5 minutes.
It's amazing. People just have a presence about them, don't they?
It's amazing, proper aura.
Just
every
know
time.
when they come in a room, you can just, even if you can't see them, you can just smell it.
Yeah, they do, don't they? Yeah, people like that. It's fantastic. Well, did you get to a stage where you were did you start thinking, I'm a Chelsea player?
Oh yeah.
You start believing.
Did you actually end up training with them, or
at the end I had played a few boxes with them, and JT just used to nail balls at me like ping balls,
testing you,
fight wouldn't leave the floor that much. You go boom, and I was like but it was an amazing experience just to be around it. Like that team was a joke. You know, David Luiz.
As I said, we won't talk about that team.
We can if you want. And it was like at that time, like De Bruyne was there and Salah was there. And
De Bruyne and Salah, Salah, of course,
And
how old was you then?
I was
mid-20s,
21. Like JT, Lamps, Ashley Cole, it was great. You know, Ivanovic, Matic, all them, great. Yeah.
Just talking about, obviously, when you started off in one direction and just absolutely thrust into the spotlight, and to bring you two into this, When you've got something like that and you have to deal with it, did you see Beckham going through the same thing? Because he kind of had that.
He was like a rockstar.
Pop star. Yeah. I
mean, everywhere he went, it was incredible.
Even more so when he went to Far East.
Far East was amazing, wasn't it?
Used to fucking hate Bex being there. If Bex is there, you couldn't go out. So it's like, really? Keep him at home. You can go for a walk. You can go for a walk around the shops. Yeah. So literally, it'd be like if the whole place is shut down. There'd be fans would be outside waiting. You talk about, obviously you have your experience, but I never experienced that until probably when Bex really got there. It was ridiculous. And then World Cup in 2002 in Korea.
Unbelievable.
We couldn't
go
out. Could not go out.
The coach is people screaming, young girls, probably like very much like a rock star.
Pop star.
How does the manager handle him then when that's going on? How does he kind of look after the rest of the
England? England was different, but with Marais, I don't think that Sir Alex liked it. Didn't like the fact he was getting so big.
Yeah. Who was the England manager then?
Could he do anything about it?
Got Sven. Sven.
I don't think you could do anything about it because it just escalated like unbelievable.
Yeah. And it's transcended into something bigger than football. Like Scholes said, it was obviously like what the lads would experience.
Yeah.
Footballers never really got on.
Just when we were talking about people and you meet them, you go, actually, great. I've never met Bex, but is he like, even though he's got that level of fame, a bit like yourself now, is he like, when you talk to him, do you go, oh, he's just a normal lad?
He's just like the rest of us.
Well, we've been mates all since we were 14, so it's
no
like
different for us.
You go and sit around and say, have a drink, it's probably like Niall with his mates. He's just mates. And then when you go outside, you think, fucking, he's actually one of the most famous men on the planet. Literally. Him, Brad Pitt, and George Clooney, is that level, isn't it?
Yeah. I remember when I first, say you meet lads, I remember when I first met Robbie Williams, who was full on Robbie Williams back then. You know what I mean? Like the big, was the big one he did, like 200,000 Nebworth and all that. And I remember sitting with him, and he used to have this apartment in Chelsea. And I thought, he's just a lad, Port Vale. Just like, we were just chatting about normal stuff. And I'm thinking, God, like everyone's, it's funny, isn't it? Like, no matter what level it's, fucking hell, crowd. Fucking hell.
What the fuck's happened there? That's got to stay in. What the fuck's staying in?
We're now getting
Barry. That is staying in.
Fucking hell.
I thought it was something Robbie did.
I thought he'd fell in a fucking hole or something.
Fucking hell, lads.
Have you ever wanted to see what looks like the inside of a soccer dressing room?
Fucking hell, he just caught me that from nowhere. Hey, that was agony.
Right, Paddy. You right, pal?
Stretch.
This is
that's fucking nice.
There we go,
like
Paddy. Come on.
extra time in Barcelona. Or Munich, sorry.
Fire that.
I've never seen that on a podcast before. To be honest with you. It's a first.
Max, when you're finally tuned
I thought you
athlete.
were having a heart attack or something.
I mean, that would have got some ratings there. Can you have one of them?
Imagine that.
Thought of having an heart attack. He never fucking moved. Where were you with the old one of them?
I was going to ring the ambulance people. I just looked at
thought
my
you were having an
phone.
heart attack as he's sipping on his coffee. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry about it. Just the way I was talking about Beckham and that level of fame. Did you put anything in place for yourself when you were like absolutely thrust into the spotlight? Or did your management put anything around you where you go, do you know what, we need to keep these lads kind of looked after?
I feel like we definitely had like with good business management people, like great managers, things like that. But I always felt like the Irish thing had something to play in terms of like the way I was brought up, and I was never going to get like too big for my boots anyway. I'm sure I did it in some shape or form, but like I tried my best to try and keep things private outside of work. Because my whole life was very private, and there was periods where literally didn't leave. I'd say for 5 years didn't leave a hotel once. Like, see,
that must have been so hard for you to keep it private.
Yeah, I mean it was tough, but we spent a lot of time on tour, and you were in every city in the world and seen none of it. It was only this time around now.
Do you know what? That's very similar to us. We went to so many places, and people say you've been there, you've been there.
When we book holidays now,
inside of a hotel room and a football pitch.
When we book holidays now with the missus, she'll say, "You've been there." I go, "Yeah, but I've never seen it." No, but I want to go back. You've been here. Yeah, but I've never been there. I've only been to, like you say, a hotel room and a coach journey. That's it.
I suppose you were in like a little bit of a team environment as well. Did anybody ever get a bit too big and you thought, Did you bollock each other, or did you just calm down a bit, or
there was a little
did you look
bit
after each other?
Yeah, there was a little bit of it. None of us were like maniacs, but like we definitely look out for each other. There's no doubt. Some wilder than others, you know. That's just the way it is. But now with a good crew around us, we felt like we were in our bubble. We never really had until left the band. We never really knew how big it was. Even though we were standing there on stage looking out, we were just in this little bubble. And it was only afterwards looking back in. You know, it's like you boys watching all finals back.
Do you know when we found that? I don't know if Nicky will say the same. When we went to like a World Cup or a European, when you're in a different country, you just don't realise until you get back and you see the people out. You don't realise what's going on.
But even now, we're all men, 50 years of age, no air. We went to, where did we go the day? Me and you went to, was it Hong Kong we went to? Or was it? And all the people at the railway station were there. And you're thinking, how do you even remember us? No, not even know us.
To see you.
Yeah, and there was hundreds and thousands of them in this state. But I mean, you guys must have been like, it must have been difficult for you, young lads as well, to have all that adulation and all the girls.
Still young now.
Yeah, but when he was
kicking on now. No, it was mad. Like, because we usually like a musician has like a slow build in their career, you know, and it takes a while to get going. But we were. Our first appearance was on national television to 10 million people. Yeah. And then from there, it was just from arenas to stadiums. Or
did it ever become like the norm, or did you always do that? Wow, look at this.
I mean, there are parts of it that are normal. I couldn't get used to like not being able to go outside stuff. I struggled with that side of it. Like, I remember spoken about it before, but being in Peru one time, and we were driving from the air. We played in Uruguay. And just spat across the table there.
Don't worry about that. Get on eBay, this bit of wood. Bit of wood. Some kid will buy that.
Different table next week.
Sign that.
I remember we played in Uruguay the night before or somewhere like that. And we'd flown in after the gig into Peru, Lima, Peru. And we passed this big, massive shopping centre. We're like, go in there tomorrow. That's great. So we would get in the next morning. I would knock on the lad's door. Like, well, let's go shopping. And Louis just goes, just have a look out that open them curtains and have a look out. And the police had done a head count of 10,000 people on the street outside the hotel.
Bloody hell.
So we were going. That shopping trip never happened.
Yeah. Do you know what's amazing with someone as famous as yourself? Though I think sometimes it works the other way, where you're that famous. People go, nah, I can't. But like I remember when I first went out with you we went out in Soho for a few pints of Guinness, and I remember saying to him, I'm going, are you fucking sure about this? And he's like, I'll be all right. And it is like cap on, and it's almost like, nah, it won't be him. Do you know what I mean? You're like almost that famous that no one expects you being sat in
London now? Can you go walk the streets in London?
London's fine.
Ireland must be bad for you. Ireland must be terrible.
Ireland's madness. Yeah, that is. Yeah, especially where I come from, a small little market town, like any town around here. You know, like that's what it is. It does get pretty mad, but London is just everyone's just
everyone's in
all them big cities.
They all walk like London.
Yeah, everyone's.
Well, I remember going through a period when I was probably 18, 19, 20, where I knowing what I know now, I probably would have got out a bit more.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I just had it in my head that I couldn't go out.
Enjoyed it a bit more. That's where Nicky says enjoyed it a little bit more.
Yeah, maybe. In that sense, yeah.
Well, sometimes the people around you, they're that protective of you that you start thinking it yourself. You start thinking, I can't go out because someone's told me not to go out.
Do you know what else I'm going to think? And I'm pretty sure the lads will back me on this. You feel like you purposely don't want to get too carried away with yourself because your background and your upbringing would knock you down more. So
so that stops you from
enjoying it. And I remember we've won things, certain cups, and you're not even celebrating because you're like, I don't want to look like I'm showing off too much.
Yeah.
My dad will knock me down the head, or my mates will think I'm big time, so you actually don't enjoy. But looking back as an older guy, I wish I would have enjoyed a lot more of it. Yeah,
it's true that, isn't it? You do. You sort of. I think it's a good thing. You know, them kind of working class sensibilities do keep you grounded, and it is. Everyone has a moment in. You know, if you're successful in whatever you do, everyone has that moment. You go, I might get a fancy car or a nice watch, and then but you get it out. You see, it's just being young, isn't it?
I've said before that I don't think your football career, most of it, is that enjoyable. Now, that might sound stupid, but half the time you're worrying about it. Because you're worrying about who you're going to play against. Are we going to win? We need to win it. And it's not till probably the last 20 minutes of some games where you're 3, 4, 5-0 up, which we were lucky enough to sometimes. That you think, this is brilliant. I absolutely love this. But the rest of it, you're just panicking about because you've got to win all the time.
I remember being 24, we won the treble, 24, and I was going, not going to go away with my mates this year because it's going to be a bit full on. Now, I'd have my 3 medals around my neck. I'd have my speedos on and I'd be on the beach like this. Come on.
It sounds like me with a pro-am.
Very similar.
I do think it's your upbringing. It's the way you brought up and the way you ground and you want to ground. And you want to also show is no matter how much I'm doing and how successful I've got, I don't want to be the one that everyone thinks is a dick.
Yeah. And it came from the manager.
I was going to say he was going to do that to you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Enjoy it for one night. On to the next one.
Yeah. You know the way you were saying earlier on, you never get nervous when you were playing a game of football. But surely there was a level of like, fuck, we need to win here.
Anxious. I never got nervous. I got anxious. I didn't want to let anyone down. Didn't want to let the teammates down. Didn't want to let my dad, who was a big effect on my career, down, and my teammates and the manager. But I never got nervous where I felt like in my stomach. I've got more nervous, like you say, on the pro-am golf days than playing football, because I think Scholes, you said to me before, you knew you was capable of what to do on a football pitch. Yeah. And instead of saying I never got nervous, I never felt nervous. I'm sure at certain points, Champions League final, it was like, oh, it's actually fucking big this. And when you go out and you go, wow, because you don't see any of it. It's a bit like yourselves. Until you go on the stage or the pitch, you don't see all the euphoria around it. I remember being in World Cups with Scholes there. I mean, ringing your mates up and you're going, it's going nuts at home. You don't see any of it. You just don't see anything.
You don't see it till you get home.
You don't see anything.
I'm a bit different. I think I did get nervous, and I'd have felt it was weird if I didn't.
Right.
I mean,
you never struck me as a player who looked nervous.
Never looked nervous.
No, well, it's all an act, really.
Yeah, so I mean, were you always like have that knot in your stomach?
There's always something inside me thinking, am I good enough to go out playing at 80,000 at Old Trafford? I'm just a local lad from Middleton, you know what I mean?
I'm thinking, hear him say that.
No, you do, but I think that's puts pressure on yourself. Like I said, we were never allowed to get carried away. And I don't think we would, would we? Just
and would that be for I don't know, like Man United, Southampton, or are you talking about the big games?
I'm talking about every game.
Right, okay.
Every single game. But I like to put that pressure on myself, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I think if I'm not nervous, there's got to be something wrong with me.
And with you thinking that, did you ever go into games, you know, when you're like playing like a Barcelona and you know Messi's going to be on the pitch, Xavi, all these. Did you ever used to think that as well? Did you think about them and what coming against them and how they could maybe embarrass you?
Fucking right, you did, yeah. Of course
you did,
There was some teams you didn't think about. I'm not saying Southampton, but there were teams. But then you think of them, especially Barcelona's, the AC Milan,
Juve back in the day.
Real Madrid, fucking hell, they could embarrass you.
The Ronaldo game when he scored 3 goals at Old Trafford, I just looked at him and thought, I shouldn't even be on the same football pitch.
Really?
It was just that good.
I remember Rio talking about I've heard him talk about it a few times, that Champions League final against Barcelona. He said it was mesmerising. He said he was just like this, and he didn't know what was going on.
And he's one of the best defenders ever.
That played the game.
We were all like that.
It's mad, isn't it?
You just don't know what's... you just don't. It's like
did they almost... had you almost... got comfortable with the thought of before that game like that of going probably not going to win this, or did you go into the game going
never ever thought
right
that.
Okay,
never thought that. When you look back, it probably was going to be difficult to beat, but I don't think I ever went into a game thinking we're not going to win this.
Right.
But whatever way you do it, if it's against Barcelona, you're not going to out football them, but you might just show fight for an hour and a half and maybe scrape 1 goal.
You had so much of that, though, didn't you?
Yeah, well, we were a good team, don't get me wrong, but there were some games where we just, the old part of the bus phrase.
It's funny though, you saying about thinking about them players at Barcelona, you go, oh, they're on the pitch, but you wouldn't have realised you're playing in a team where lads are coming up against yous and going, Jesus, they're in that team.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That 2018 was some team of the players. I wasn't there. I was at Newcastle, obviously, but that was some team. You think about Ronaldo, Rooney, Tevez, Scholes, Giggsy, Rio, Vidic, like all world class players.
Yeah.
Like you say, but you never think you think, oh, they won't be scared of us because they were that good. Do you know what I mean?
Right, I'm going to wrap it up with a few quick fire questions.
Here we go.
Quick fire questions.
How'd you like?
Legs all right.
Legs all right.
I thought you'd have to bring Mourinho up and get you in.
Has everyone got the number to the gaffer at Rochdale?
You played for them, didn't you?
Yeah, I just got the connection to the club. Fucking touched like a trampoline. That were nice. Getting fucking trolled on me, aren't I? Fucking hell. Right. This is to everyone. Weirdest place you've ever met a footballer? I know mine.
Go on. I'm trying to think here.
Naked, Roy Keane, shower.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I've heard you talking about that before.
Don't get weirder than that. Really.
Tell you what.
Weirdest place I've met a footballer.
Keane, like, as an Irishman, and just generally, to be honest, the fear factor that man has.
Yeah.
You boys wouldn't get it because you've known him your whole lives, bro.
Yeah.
I remember last couple of summers ago, I went to watch Ireland rugby team training in Portugal, at that place at Quinta del Lago.
Yeah,
you know that?
Roy goes there, didn't he? Yeah.
And he was just stood in the corner with his sunglasses on. And everyone else went up and said hello to him. Harrington was there, Porrick Harrington. He went up and said hello to him. How are you, Roy? And I was just, I'm not going up.
I'm scared.
I was just like, honestly, I wouldn't even dare. He just get away from me, like that's who's your man from One Direction, is it? Baby. Baby. Nonsense. He's an absolute king.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to go near him.
Funny, innit? What about you, Seb? Have you ever been in and go, oh, look who it is?
No, not really, no.
Sure game, innit?
Yeah.
Right. Most famous footballer to go to one of your gigs?
Bex.
Yeah.
Bex brought
Which one was that?
In LA when he was playing, I don't know if he was
Galaxy.
finished at Galaxy and still living there or playing for Galaxy at the time. I can't remember. But the whole family came to the gig. And
did that make you more nervous? Could you see him in the crowd, like when you're singing?
No, he was.
You have a little look for him.
No, I was definitely looking for him. I couldn't find the fucking guy. But I remember just walking into the room. He's got that. Bex has that kind of like. He's a fucking handsome bastard.
What was the chat? What was the chat like amongst you all that when you found, hey, fucking Bex is in tonight?
We were just sideways. We didn't know what to think. It was just bonkers.
Did he meet you? Did you meet him afterwards? Or?
Yeah, he came in before the gig. We went in to say hello. Of course, he's sounding. I've met him a few times since, and he's such a nice fella. But you build that up in your head, don't you? It's like before I met you boys. It's just like Jesus Christ. But he'd get there, and it's exactly what we've been talking for the last 20 minutes. He's just a lovely fella. Yeah.
Right, hang on. Let's have a look at this one. Oh, we've had a message come in from a fan of the show, Jersey. I believe you got it on your phone there.
Jersey, but have you?
Yeah, she asked to ask you what's your favourite One Direction song.
Good question. Who's this now? Sorry,
my daughter.
Oh, your daughter. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. Hello. My favourite One Direction song, probably "Night Changes."
Oh, belter.
Yeah. It's actually, I didn't realise it's actually our most successful song. You think of us for other songs, but it's actually...
Is that the biggest selling one?
Yeah, really? It's the biggest selling one of all time, which I didn't realise. Great tune. Good question.
Thank you.
Ireland to win the World Cup or you having best-selling album of the year?
What's more likely?
Yeah, what's the question?
I was going to probably say you've probably had that, haven't you? Yeah. Best-selling album of the year, haven't you?
Not sure. Probably, maybe. Don't know the answer. See that modest.
Or album of all time then, or Ireland winning the World Cup.
Oh, you got to go individually, and you look after yourself.
Yeah, unless you were playing for Ireland in the World Cup. Yeah.
Don't the Irish fans. Let the English sort you out of it here.
We can't get out of the group, and we go to a tournament like we've already won it. Like the Irish fans turn up.
That's everyone. England does.
Yeah, but you're good at rugby though. Give you that.
Yeah, we're all right. We got hockey the other night, but it's funny. Like I would look for Irish people. I'd love to see Ireland win a World Cup, but I wouldn't mind the biggest selling album of all time. It'd be like the Eagles. That'd be big. The Eagles or Michael Jackson or something.
Yeah. Any pre-gig superstitions? Anything you do for a show?
I treat it like I'm having a night out. I go and have a shower and I get ready like I'm going on a night out.
Really?
I have like
what's the slappy chops? What do you go with?
I do my whole like moisturising and all that, my hair stuff, all that stuff.
Moisturising.
I used to do that.
It's not working though. But I do all that, and apart from that, no, I just go out.
Do you ever sing in the mirror when you're getting rest? Be honest. Be honest.
Oh yeah, showers a lot. Yeah. I sound unreal in the shower. I sound better in the shower than I do anywhere else.
What about you two? Any pre-game superstitions? Anything you used to do? Lucky pants? Put your shin
when we
pads
started
in a certain
staying
way?
in a hotel on Friday nights, it was quite late, wasn't it? In our careers, we say we didn't.
Home games, you mean?
Home games, yeah. I used to have 2 Turkish delights and a cup of tea in my room.
Did you?
That's so fucking Paul Scholes,
Isn't it?
2 Turkish delights and a cup of tea.
Yeah, but I used to buy 3 but only eat 2.
Why?
Because they come in a packet of 3, a tight bastard.
No, that was the reason. No, that was the reason at first, right? But I think I scored a goal after I did it, or 2 goals after I did it, so I had to keep on doing it.
That's mad.
And then if they didn't have the packet of 3, I had to just buy 3 separate ones.
Who got the
petrol
third?
station at
Who
top
got
of
the
Oldham
fucking
Road.
Petrol station, up there.
It was always in my bag the next week. But, but I couldn't touch that because I had to get 3 fresh ones.
Did you bring them yourself, or did the Lowry had them on for you?
No, I bought them from a petrol station just at the road here, top of Oldham Road.
That's a
Nice one.
If the
Beans on
people from-
toast. Beans on toast.
Yeah, I used to have a pre-match.
Did you?
Yeah,
Beans
beans
on
on toast.
toast.
Yeah.
And what was the game where you scored like an hat-trick or whatever you went?
Never.
Oh, I'm good. What made you think about the beans on toast? Go, hey, I have beans on toast, so I'm going to keep doing that.
Do you know what? You get so much food, and it was the only meal that I could have at all different times. So basically, if you're playing an 11 o'clock kickoff sometime we did against Liverpool, you couldn't eat pasta and fish and all that at like 8 in the morning. So it was the only meal that I could always eat, whether it be 11 o'clock kickoff, or 3 o'clock, or an 8 o'clock. Beans on toast staple, isn't it?
It's a treat in it as well.
It is funny though. Like I remember being a kid, like watching you. I remember being at Pride Park one day, and you get off the bus, and I remember thinking the night before getting on the ferry, I wonder what the fucking lads are doing now. Apparently they're eating fucking Turkish delights and beans on toast.
That's what I mean. When you see behind the curtain, you go, "It's not all that, is it?" I've got one for all 3.
Paul Scholes in a half turn because it is.
I've got one for
After the
all.
soap, and we get a big box of Turkish delights.
Well, I was going to say, we need a Turkish delight sponsorship and golf sponsorship. That'll do us.
Clubhouse golf.
One question for all of you. If you could, so for you it'll be a band, and you two it's a team. If you could put yourself in any team in history with these players, you can pick a band if you want, but team-wise, what would you go? If I could just be in that and see what it was like.
Close between Real Madrid and Barcelona.
Which
that team?
Real Madrid with Ronaldo, Figo,
the Galactico crew.
Raul.
Yeah.
It was a joke. But Barcelona's team and then with Xavi and Iniesta. The trouble is you wouldn't get in them teams, would you? You'd be on the bench, wouldn't you?
I know.
You'd be the 12th man.
What about
maybe
you?
21st man in that team.
Can I ask you a question? Where do you see that City team, or you like just say your team, or the City team that just went on that run? Where do you see them anywhere near that?
We don't talk about City on here now.
Okay, sorry.
To be fair,
No, the City team were brilliant.
unbelievable City team.
Yeah. They were close-ish to Pep's Barcelona team, I think, when they had the likes of David Silva. Fucking hell, what a team.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Now, have you been compared to David Silva?
That's
as well?
me. God, one of my mates.
What about you, David?
I would say the Brazilian team when we had Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, and Rivaldo. The
Roberto
3 hours.
Carlos.
Carlos,
Yeah.
Cafu.
4 hours.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Dida.
Cafu, Dida.
That was the Nike advert era.
Yeah, it was,
In
yeah.
the airport with the football.
Romario.
Yeah, Romario. Oh, wow.
And what about band? Any you could, or
I mean, it would have been all right to be in the Beatles, wouldn't it?
oh yeah.
I love my
treat,
favourite
isn't
band ever, the Eagles. That was the first thing I ever listened to when I was first concert I ever went to. Biggest selling album of all time. Apparently, I'm about to overtake them. But I love the Eagles. So probably them. I got to pick my own team as well. I would have loved to have been in your United team.
Yeah.
And I, if you don't mind me saying, don't really like Man United.
So that's fine.
But
whose place would you have took?
yours. No, but I just love that, like, and all the great teams, like we seen with Liverpool last season. We seen even when they're not playing great.
Yeah, they find a way to
finding a way to win. And how many last minute games? Like everyone talks about it. I'm not the first person that's ever said it, but the amount of games that he's won at the death, like that's a proper team.
Yeah.
Listen, that's what Liverpool are missing at the moment.
It is, yeah.
Well, what a lovely way to wrap up the pod. Niall, thanks so much for coming in, pal.
Thanks,
You're
pal.
an absolute gent.
Thanks,
Thanks very much.
Good to see you.
So nice of you to come in. And, that's it for today's The Good, The Bad and The Football. You can catch us every Monday from 6 p.m. on all the usual channels, Apple, Spotify and YouTube.